Egypt's Interior Ministry says security forces in the country have detained 477 members of the Muslim Brotherhood in security swoops in the past 12 days. Over 2,000 firearms and 12 workshops for manufacturing weapons were also seized during the raid. Since last year's ouster of elected President Mohamed Morsi, the government has waged a relentless crackdown on political dissent, largely targeting Morsi's supporters, which has seen hundreds killed and thousands detained. The director Middle East consultancy, Rebwar Fatah, joins us now on phone to shed more light on this. Now, what do you make of this crackdown by the Egyptian security force on the Muslim Brotherhood?
I think probably it's useful to start from that. If there are like 400 so many terrorists in the country and that can be arrested within 12 days, I believe the country is in deep trouble. It seems to me that we don't get here any other news from Egypt except arrest and sentencing individuals to death and detention and so on. It's not just that. It seems to me that religious minorities also suffered and homosexuals suffered. It's definitely a wrong way of managing the country. I hoped that what we can get out of Egypt would be news about development and prosperity and economic and social projects. But all we hear is like detention and hanging. It's really, I think I have said that a number of times, Egypt is going a wrong path, definitely.
All right. Do you think that this is an attempt by the authorities to completely wipe out this group from existence?
There is no doubt about it that authorities are determined to eliminate, well, definitely Muslim Brotherhood and other Islamic groups, probably more radical than Muslim Brotherhood. And to do this, which is very sad, uses the state instruments and politicizing the judiciary. And not me, but Egyptian human rights organizations accuse the judiciary that they are cooperating with the Interior Ministry in order to bring these people or individuals accused of terror acts to court. Just recently, a number of students will appear in a military court. I don't know really where on this planet then students can be tried on the military in the military court. This is definitely wrong, and it must not happen.
Well, are there chances that these arrests could stir up more protests from the Muslim Brotherhood?
No doubt. It's not only Muslim Brotherhood, because Muslim Brotherhood is just one element of opposition in Egypt. Egypt also contains other opposition, such as civil activists, students, people, campaigners, and so on. But obviously, Muslim Brotherhood are the main target because they were elected legitimately into the government. And I believe now the current government try to rule by fear in order to scare anyone else opposing it. Egypt is in a very strange situation now because the current government really hasn't got the mandate to rule, looking at the elections and the constitution that it was approved by referendum, and also the Muslim Brotherhood lost probably some of its legitimacy. I think probably the best way forward is to start fresh and maybe, I don't know, by having some sort of a reconciliation committee, maybe in order to move forward, because what's happening in Egypt is not good for Egyptians, it's not good for the region, and I don't believe it's good for the international community, because Egypt is a very important country in the region.
All right, many thanks indeed for your time there.